Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Angie Sims. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to go over my Spring TBR. Yes, I know we're still in the middle to end of March, so my Spring TBR is going to be from now through April. I do have 4 books listed here, plus 2 bonus books that I would like to read within now and April. And before we continue really quick, I just want to put a note. The order that I wrote them down might not be the order that I'll be reading these books. It just depends on my mood, and we'll go from there. So the first book is called Disney Riddles by Robert J. Perrault, which I've got a picture of it here. There you go. I do not have a physical copy of this. I have an ebook copy that I got from Kindle Unlimited. It's still on Kindle Unlimited if you're interested. And this one is a chilling mystery that takes place around Magic Kingdom, where Walt Disney himself vanishes and he leaves behind clues. I've been wanting to read this book for a while, and I was really excited to see that it finally came to Kindle Unlimited. So I can't wait to read that. I've always been a big Disney fan. The second book that I have here that I want to read is Kingdom Keepers, Book 1. I know in my previous video that I've made with my daughter, I was lucky enough to find Book 1 and 5, I believe that was. Book 2 and Book 5. So I was able to find Book 1 on Kindle Unlimited, so that's really cool. And Book 1 is called Disney After Dark. It's right there. You can see that's the cover. And basically it's about 5 kids that get a specific job within the park, Magic Kingdom. This series takes place in Disney World. And these 5 kids get these AI versions of themselves that become tour guides within the park for the guests there. And when the park closes, all the characters come to life, and it's up to the kids to basically stop and prevent the villains from trying to take over the parks. Again, huge Disney fan. I know this series has been out for a while. I've been wanting to read it for a while, and I'm really excited to really get into it. The third book on my list here, I'm also typing it on my tablet so you can see the covers. This is another ebook of mine. And it's called If I'm Found by Terry Blackstock. Now, this is book 2 of her trilogy. That's the cover. Basically, the story, it takes place, I don't want to read the summary of the second book because then it spoils the first book. But basically, the trilogy is about a woman named Casey who is basically on the run, trying to clear her name, and along the way, things happen. And I'll leave it at that. I did read the first book, really enjoyed the first book. It is a Christian thriller, so I like that a lot. And I did start the second book a few months back, and then I kind of put it down for a while just because we were in the process of moving, and it just got really busy and chaotic here. So I really wanted to get back into it because I really want to finish the series. So I have that on my list. Now, these next books I own physically, except for this last book that we'll get to. But anyway, the next book on my list, again, because I want to finish the series, and that is Keeper of the Lost Cities, Book 4. Never seen. So far, I've read the first 3 books, and I absolutely loved them. Yes, I got the last book that just came out recently, book 9.5. I have that on my shelf, so I was really excited to have that. And so far, I've just been enjoying these books left and right, and I want to read them all and catch up, because I know most fans have read all of these already, and I'm a little behind, so I can't wait to get back into Sophie's adventures. And that wraps up the 4 books that I definitely want to read for spring. The bonus books, one of them is a book called Uglies. It is part of a trilogy by Scott Westerfeld. I don't have an ebook or a physical copy of this book. My goal is, if I finish reading these 4 books and I still have time in April, then this is one of the bonus books I'd like to read if I can get a copy of it from the library. Basically, if you're a fan of Hunger Games, you'll most likely like this trilogy. It's basically where the people get divided into, instead of districts like in the Hunger Games, you're separated by two sides. I can't think of the name. The uglies and the pretties. And the uglies, when you turn 16 on your 16th birthday, you have to have a forced mandatory surgery that'll make you, quote unquote, pretty, and you move to the other side of the world where all the pretties live. And the story follows a girl named Tally who is been wanting to be pretty her whole life. She feels like she's not pretty. She's on the uglies side until she meets a girl and befriends a girl named Shay, who tries to give her insight that, there's an alternative where you don't have to be pretty, you can just be you. And it's just this huge adventure. As a matter of fact, yesterday I came across the movie on Netflix, and probably should have read the books first, but I kind of got too tempted and I watched the movie. I really did enjoy the movie, and so I'm really excited to read that trilogy. And the last bonus book that I want to read, as a matter of fact, I might actually read this one first because I'm so excited to read it. And I'm so excited to get a copy of it. It came in the mail yesterday afternoon, so I knew I had to put it in this video. And that is the brand spanking new Hunger Games book, Sunrise on the Reaping, by Suzanne Collins. I am so excited to read this book. This book is Haymitch's story, and this book takes place 24 years before the first Hunger Games ever started. And I'm really excited to read this. The back of the book here says, when you've been set up to lose everything you love, what is there left to fight for? Now, I've always been a huge Haymitch fan with the Hunger Games. My daughter's a huge Haymitch fan. So when she saw this book come in the mail, she was excited and jumping up for joy. And really excited because now we have all the Hunger Game books officially. I've been hearing a lot of reviews about this book. A lot of people found this very heartbreaking. They found it brutal. I'm not sure if I'm quite mentally prepared for that, but I'm excited to dive in and find out Haymitch's story. What made him him. So yeah, and being that this one was 24 years before the first Hunger Games, I'm going to read this one first, and then I plan to read the Songbird and Snakes book, which is Snow Story, which is around the time of the beginning of the Hunger Games, and then reread the Hunger Games trilogy itself, kind of go in that order. That's what I plan on doing. If you're going to do the same thing, I'm curious to know. Just comment down below. If you think I should read it in a different kind of order, again, comment down below and let me know. And that sums up my TBR list. I guess I can show you how I wrote it, because it felt pretty. I did the spring colors. Anyway, so that's it for this video. If you have any other recommendations, you can comment down below. Comment down below. Let me know which books you saw here that you enjoyed. If you've read them all, if there's one or two or all of them that you want to read, let me know. I'm curious on what you guys are reading, what you guys think. And yeah, we'll go from there. Oh, I guess I can go over the book that I did finish reading really quick. That will be my beginning of March completion, even though it's not on this list. And that was The Crash by Freedom McFadden. It's her newest book that she released. I don't know how many times I've said this before. She is my favorite thriller writer. Love her books, love how she writes. This is my third book of hers that I've read so far, and every book I read of hers, it's 5 stars. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. She's really good. The thrill is really good. She keeps you hooked to the very end. One big thing that she does do that I really enjoy is she makes you think that you have everything figured out at some point in the book, but then when you get towards the end, you're like, what the crap? Because the story takes a huge turn that you didn't even see coming, and your brain's like, wait, what? And I really like that aspect with all her books. I do plan to read all her books. And what's really good is if you do have Kindle Unlimited, all her books are on Kindle Unlimited, which is really good. So I'll be reading them through there. And yeah, that was the only book I read this month because I've been really into diamond painting. Then I got sick and a lot of things, but I'm doing much better. I'm trying to get myself back into my reading and just go from there. And yeah, we'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.